G'day, this is a.j.farzad with a.j.farzadloa.com. Today we are talking about another one of science and behavior of success using the law of attraction practical lessons. I want to talk to you about the topic of resistance. So, when we hear the word resistance, we give it a negative connotation. But from the standpoint of universal laws, resistance is neither negative or positive, it's just a tool and how you use it. Excuse me. So, let's talk about lift, like when an airplane takes off. Without resistance, you wouldn't be able to get lift, right? And that's why, if you remember your, I don't know, eighth or ninth grade science, where they made us create a wing, right? So the top of the wing of the airplane is curved, the bottom of it, it's straight. So when the air is going over the top, it has resistance, creates lower pressure, higher pressure on the bottom, and it causes the airplane to lift. So resistance is something that you need if you want to accomplish flight. With the law of attraction, if you remember, we discussed that whatever that you think about creates a feeling. That feeling is what gives momentum to whether you are going to be able to manifest what you want or not. And in a sales connotation, obviously we're talking about getting the order, winning the sale. In a training, you want things to go smoothly, perfect presentation for you, for the customer. So the resistance would be going into a sales presentation already thinking that, hey, we are now in, this is June 16th. There is COVID going on. Nobody's gonna, be wanting to spend any money on their laboratory equipment, et cetera, right? This is what resistance is, because when you create the resistance, it's preventing you from achieving what you want, because it's creating what kind of an emotion for you? It would be a negative emotion. It's not a positive emotion when we are thinking that our customer is not going to be buying anything. But as Abraham Hicks teaches, the resistance also lets you know that what you don't want is on one side of your stick, and the other side of it is what you do want. So the resistance is sort of like a warning bell for you that you are not concentrating on the things that you want. So you want to go ahead and, as Abraham Hicks teaching now call it, calibrating, or you want to pivot on your thoughts to try to bring yourself to a feeling that is a relief to what you're feeling currently. So if I am in front of my customer, before even talking to them, as I'm walking and I'm creating that feeling of, hey, I'm not going to get this business because of what's happening, because of what I'm, exposed to. I mean, I can see we are in COVID-19 issue. I can see what time of the month it is. These are realities that have a lot of momentum for us, and it kind of knocks us to the, negative feedback loop. I have to be able to feed myself positivity. I have to be able to reach for a feeling that is better than what I feel right now. Things may be like, hey, I have sold, products to customers that weren't in their capital expenditure month before. Granted, we haven't really experienced something like this kind of a pandemic, but why wouldn't they be maybe stocking up on supplies? I mean, people stocked up on toilet paper, for God's sake. So why couldn't this happen? So those are specific, examples if I'm trying to make myself, feel for some relief. However, if my gut is giving me that BS, then I need to get general, because the momentum of my situation is so strong that I can't really work my way to feeling relief as I'm concentrating on this specific issue, which is my sales. So I need to get myself into more gentle, take a step back so I can have the feeling of relief before I sit in front of the customer. And that would be things like, my travel here was great. The airline had created a middle seat blockout. So we were all, spread out. It made me feel better. The hotel actually had breakfast today, which I thought, wouldn't have happened because they don't have services. And it has to be a genuine feeling of relief. And only you can tell if this is working for you or not. But the motto of this little short video is that resistance is not necessarily a bad thing. We just have to learn how to use it and make it work for us, because the law of attraction, the success and the science and behavior that brings us success doesn't really give positive or negative to any action or behavior. It just is what it is. It is us that put that feeling of, oh, this is going this way, so it's a positive reaction for me, or, oh, darn it, this is going this way, so it's a negative reaction for me. And we need to listen to those feelings and use the resistance that we're feeling to recalibrate, so we won't set the momentum against ourselves when we go into a encounter with a customer. I hope this makes sense to you, and I hope you can use this, and obviously, till next time, to your success. Be safe out there. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to have this type of training for your organization, please email me at aj@a.j.farzad.com. To your success.